one of two people are going to be president after this election is over, either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump.
So when Hillary Clinton speaks about immigration, she talks about the benefit to immigrants, which is real and obvious. She says very little about the effect on Americans. So here are the facts.
Now, for 95% of the people that watch this show, you know that since last September, we have said that we can't vote for Donald Trump.
The 2016 presidential election has had many firsts. For the first time, we have a woman as a major political party nominee. For the first time, we have a GOP nominee with no previous political experience. And this time, the 2016 election had already received more media coverage by the primaries in September 2013 than did either the 2008 or 2012 presidential elections. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's the bias evident in media coverage and portrayal of the election. According to a report by the Harvard Kennedy School's Shorenstein Center on Media, Politics, and Public Policy, coverage of each party's candidates was biased from the start of the primaries. Clinton and Sanders received the most coverage out of the Democratic nominees, but in total, Trump's dominating coverage from the Republican Party was far greater than that of either Clinton or Sanders. But it goes beyond the general coverage they receive. Specific media organizations such as Fox News, MSNBC, and the New York Times have been accused several times of retaining political bias in their coverage, and with the 2016 election, many have publicly endorsed candidates. The New York Times endorsed Hillary Clinton. The Chicago Tribune endorsed Gary Johnson. The Las Vegas Review-Journal endorsed Donald Trump. And although these endorsements are formally published by each news organization's editorial board, they may still reflect the political leaning of the publication's general coverage. Two economists, Chen-Feng Chiang and Brian Knight, concluded that consumers of these news organizations are the people most likely to be influenced in deciding who to vote for, especially if these consumers are politically moderate or undecided. And while the content of presidential coverage from each major news publication may primarily remain the same, presentation of this coverage varies significantly in different news organizations. This is seen in the reports after Donald Trump's locker room talk. Although reported on at virtually the same time, Fox News and CNN tell very different stories.
You know, if we want to be fair about it, let's talk about Bill Clinton.
First of all, I think that the media and many liberals are thinking that this tape is really what's finally going to bury the Trump campaign. They keep looking for that key moment, and yet he still manages to have 9 lives and continue moving forward.
I think Donald Trump needs to humble himself and come out to the American people and say, I'm not the person I was 11 years ago. I'm a different person. I'm not that person, and I think that he needs to apologize to the American people because
he did. This isn't harassment. It's not locker room talk. He is talking about sexual assault. There's no other way to frame this.
While Fox News has interviewees justifying Trump's actions by attacking Clinton, CNN takes a different approach. Their interviewees, although self-identified as Trump supporters, claim that they can't condone sexual assault. But with all of this differing coverage, it boils down to the big question. Why is there so much discrepancy when it comes to politics in the American media? Well, for one, all of these media organizations, CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, they want ratings. And the only way to get ratings is to deliver what the audience supposedly wants to watch. If Trump's outrageous comments garner more viewership than a report on a candidate's policies, then Trump's comments get airtime. Furthermore, the U.S. media has no official regulations on separating editorial ideas and factual reporting, and that's why we see this confusing blend of opinion with reporting. Without a major public broadcasting company with adequate funding, the coverage of events becomes a monopoly of private corporations, all competing to get the best ratings and deliver the most airtime. So we begin to see a pattern emerging. Private corporations control what they want to cover, and as a result, the public may have difficulty gaining factual coverage or objective perspectives. And with each presidential election, now and in the future, it's important to focus on actual policies and factual information. In the end, it's up to the voters to educate themselves.